Yes, so I'm Greg Sestero, and I will be interviewing Tommy Wiseau next to me, the writer, director, actor, and whatever of
Producer.
The Room. So, Tommy Wiseau, what do you say to the critics that say your movie is complete garbage and is literally shit?
I say everyone is entitled to an opinion. However, when somebody has an opinion that is not true, that opinion is false.
And to add to that, to assume that which is untrue is, in retrospect, correct. We're co-workers.
Yeah.
Explain to me the scene where they dressed up in suits and played football, and at what point did the actor who played Peter decide to quit your film, and for what reason? So there are a couple questions there.
The Rome, I had something of an idea. I didn't have a fully meticulous script. I had meticulous ideas I had meticulously thought of in my brain. But the idea of dialogue, that was late into the movie process. So Peter was the actor who played Peter. I do not know his name. Peter. He did not like to play football in tuxedos, and Danny and myself thought that was integral to the plot. It was a very complicated scene. We had two cameras, and we had people falling over. Danny just walked in, by the way.
Hey guys, what's new?
We're talking about why Peter left the set.
Okay.
Oh, he won't stop playing psychologist.
Well, that is true, Danny, but please, I'm trying to speak.
Yeah, you're retarded.
What are you?
I mean, right, Tommy?
Danny as a character is indirectly retarded due to the actor Ian O'Malley being retarded. It was a very meticulous scene. And when Danny asks Peter, let's play football outside in tuxedos, Peter says no. He says, no, Danny, no. And this was not acting. This was Peter not wanting to play football in tuxes. And I said, Peter, as director, producer, writer, and actor of The Room, I said I want to play football in tuxedos. And we did. And as you know by watching the movie, a very complicated scene, as you know, Peter fell over. And
I'll come back later.
But instead of blaming me, he blamed Danny. He said, Danny, great idea. He criticized Danny. Poor, retarded Danny. And that is why he left the movie.
Okay. In your previous interview, you stated that because of the two cameras, that you were planning on making a documentary on the two formats, and also planning to write a book. Where is the documentary, and is the book a real thing, or has it even been started yet?
The book has been started, but I don't think started has to mean you have wrote a word. I think started can... Where do things start? Where do things start? They start in the mind. The mind makes matter matter. It makes matter. And matter can only matter with the mind. So does the book exist in a meticulously physical presence? No. No. Does the book exist? Yes. In the mind. And one day that mind will become matter. And that matter will matter.
Initially starting the film, did you plan on using two different cameras, or was it a faux pas on someone's part and they accidentally purchased a, as you put it, HD high-definition camera, and a 36-inch camera?
You're referring to a 35mm.
Oh, of course. Excuse me.
Which is a lot smaller than 36 inches. In fact, it's barely an inch and a half.
Okay, but back to the question.
when you want to make a movie, you don't want restrictions. You don't want to abide by restrictions. Because all they can do
Just restrict you.
is restrict. And when making a movie like The Room, it's such a big... I mean, look at what The Room is about. It's about relationships. That's no lie. That's no secret. It's about drugs. It's about betrayal. It's about friendship, family. If we had restrictions, what could it be about one of those things?
You claim to be from the United States, specifically in New Orleans, if I am correct. Describe your growing up in said New Orleans and how you rose to stardom and chose the life that you live now.
New Orleans is my home. Now, whether your home has to be somewhere you're born or even grow up, I do not think that's the case.
Okay.
I think like they say, the home is where you put your heart. And I put my heart in New Orleans.
But, like, growing up, at what point did you realize you wanted to get into acting specifically?
Acting was not an accident. People assume acting was an accident. My first passion was jackets. I love jackets. Cotton, nylon, leather.
Peter
also likes jackets, but not leather, which is one of the problems when I had to leave. That's another story. New Orleans also loves jackets. If you go to any New Orleans jazz bar, you're going to see a jacket. And this inspired me to import jackets from Korea.
Also, growing up in New Orleans, if I know the American culture as well as I do, being a thespian that I am as Greg Sestero, how is Mardi Gras when that time comes around? Because, you know...
Mardi Gras is a party. And as the life and soul of the party, I often do not remember the party.
Yeah, Mardi Gras has a lot of weirdos. That's not really my thing.
Well, the barbecue chicken was very good.
The girl with the sign.
Can you marry me? I thought I did her up on it.
I'm trying to think if there's any more questions the viewers would want.
Well, I feel I've answered a lot, and I have learned a lot. Because not just the room, but interview is learning. That's a learning. Entertainment is learning, is education. I hope I have educated you, the viewer, the listener, with your ears and your eyes to learn. And with those, what you've learned, you can teach with your mouth to others.
And in turn, make the world a better place.
You make the world a better place.
As just a final question for all the viewers at home.
Go on.
What are your future plans? Because, as most viewers probably know, The Room was a huge success.
Indeed. It still plays in theaters every week.
Yes.
Now, films normally play at a theater for 2 months. 2 months.
Tops.
Every week.
And then it was followed by your vampire movie.
Yes.
Of The House That Drips Blood on Alex.
Yes.
Which again was a masterpiece.
Thanks.
And I heard of the TV series getting shot down, which was a complete shock to everyone.
We filmed the pilot, and the network did not understand what I was doing. I was introducing cinematic themes into television. And I do not think that TV networks are ready
for that kind of transition.
Exactly.
Yeah. So with those two major projects and with your 2 successes and 1 failure, do you have any future projects?
I wouldn't call it a failure because independent sources have seen the pilot. We filmed a pilot.
Yeah.
We filmed a pilot. Critical praise.
So, with everything you've done...
Greg, define success. Because you seem to be implying success is money. Success is getting something made by executives. That was why I became a producer, Greg.
I guess I'm just an actor, so I couldn't really tell you.
No, it's true, you are.
Because success to me could be something that's different to you. Success for me is breaking through the emotions and making the people watching at home my work have the emotional connection. Whereas for you, I just don't know. I'm only an actor. But if you want to give our viewers a sneak peek of anything new to come that you want to announce.
Well, as you know, I'm going to write a book. And
Yes. And a documentary.
a documentary about it.
Anything new, though?
I'm going to make a series of videos playing video games.
Oh.
And I'm going to have a show called The Tommy Y Show.
The Tommy Wise? Why?
No, that's good though, Greg. I like that. No, The Tommy Y Show. Wiseau Y Show. Because show and zo rhymes.
The Tommy Y Show.
Not Y as in why. Why would you do that to me, Lisa? Y as in why? Wiseau.
Okay.
The Tommy Y Show, because show rhymes with zo, and my name is not Johnny.
It's Tommy.
It's Tommy.
It's close.
Wiseau.
Well, great having you on the show.
Thank you, Greg. Anytime.
Yeah.